Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session on staying healthy, vibrant, and active as we embrace our golden years. I'm Dr. Sarah Thompson, a board-certified geriatric medicine specialist with over 20 years of experience helping seniors live their best lives. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Orthopedic Research found that excessive walking can speed up cartilage breakdown in seniors, increasing the risk of osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis isn't just a fancy word. It's a condition that brings pain, stiffness, and sometimes swelling, making it harder to do the things you love, like gardening or playing with your grandkids. Think of your joints like the hinges on a well-used gate. If you swing that gate open and shut too many times without oiling it, it starts to wear out. Overwalking can do something similar to your knees and hips. The second concern is your muscles. Walking is great exercise, but doing it for too long without enough recovery can overwork your leg muscles, lower back, and even your core. Over time, this strain can contribute to something called sarcopenia, which is the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. Sarcopenia isn't just about looking less toned. It makes everyday tasks like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or getting up from a chair much harder. A 2022 study in gerontology looked at seniors who walked excessively and found they had higher levels of muscle inflammation. That inflammation doesn't just make you sore, it can break down muscle tissue faster than your body can rebuild it. Imagine trying to bake a cake, but using up all your ingredients before you can mix the batter. That's what happens when your muscles are overtaxed without rest. Third, let's talk about something a bit less obvious: stress hormones. Walking, like any exercise, affects your body's chemistry. In moderation, it lowers cortisol, the hormone that spikes when you're stressed. But when you overwalk, especially day after day without breaks, it can have the opposite effect. Too much exercise without recovery can raise cortisol levels, and that's trouble. High cortisol doesn't just make you feel jittery or tired, it can break down muscle, weaken your bones, and even disrupt your sleep. Poor sleep means less energy, worse mood, and slower recovery, which all add up to feeling older than you are. It's like pressing the gas pedal on aging when you want to be tapping the brakes. Finally, there's the issue of recovery time. After 70, our bodies need a bit more TLC to bounce back from physical activity. Your muscles, joints, and even your energy reserves take longer to repair and recharge. If you're walking for hours every day without taking breaks, you're not giving your body that essential time to heal. It's like trying to keep a smartphone running without ever plugging it in. The battery drains, and eventually it shuts down. Your body deserves better than that. Now, I want to pause here and make something crystal clear. I'm not saying walking is bad. Far from it. Walking is still one of the best ways to stay healthy and independent. The problem comes when we do too much of it without balance. The good news is we have solid research to guide us toward what does work. A 2024 study in the American Journal of Geriatrics followed 500 seniors over 70 for a year. They found that those who walked more than 12,000 steps a day had a 20% higher risk of joint pain and mobility issues compared to those who walked moderately. Around 5,000 to 7,000 steps daily. That moderate group not only had less pain, but also reported better energy and stronger muscles. This tells us that more isn't always better. Balance is the key to aging well. So, how do you know if you're overwalking? I want you to listen to your body because it's always sending you signals. Here are some red flags to watch for. Joint pain in your knees, hips, or ankles that lingers even after you rest. Feeling exhausted or drained after a walk instead of refreshed and energized. Muscle soreness that sticks around for more than a day or two. Trouble with balance or finding it harder to move comfortably after long walks. Feeling unusually tired, cranky, or needing extra naps. These can point to too much stress on your body, like high cortisol levels. If any of these sound familiar, it might be time to take a closer look at your walking habits. But don't worry. I'm not going to leave you with just warnings. The rest of our time together is all about solutions. Practical, doable steps you can take to stay active, protect your body, and keep aging at bay. I've got 5 strategies to share, and each one is designed to fit into your life, whether you're super active or just starting to move more. Strategy 1. Find your personal walking sweet spot instead of chasing a one-size-fits-all goal like 10,000 steps. Aim for a range that feels good for you. Typically, 5,000 to 7,000 steps a day. That's about 30 to 45 minutes of walking, depending on your pace. You don't have to do it all at once. Breaking it up works just as well. Try a 20-minute walk in the morning to enjoy the sunrise and another 15-minute stroll after dinner to unwind. The key is to listen to your body. If you feel any pain, fatigue, or heaviness in your legs, that's a sign to ease up. Your walk should leave you feeling uplifted, not worn out. To make this easier, consider using a simple step counter or even just timing your walks. The goal isn't a big number, it's about consistency and comfort. Strategy 2. Mix up your movement. Walking is fantastic, but it's not the only way to stay strong and healthy. Adding variety to your routine takes pressure off your joints and works different parts of your body. Let's explore a few options that are gentle yet powerful. Swimming is a top choice. It's like a full-body workout that cushions your joints in water, so there's no jarring impact on your knees or hips. If you have access to a pool, try a water aerobics class, or even just walking laps in shallow. If you're walking regularly, the right shoes make a world of difference. Look for walking shoes designed for comfort, with plenty of cushioning to absorb impact and good arch support to keep your feet stable. Avoid shoes that feel tight or worn out. Those can sneakily cause pain in your knees, hips, or back. A good rule of thumb is to replace your walking shoes every 6 months or after about 300 to 500 miles of use. If you're not sure what's best for you, visit a specialty shoe store where they can analyze your gait and recommend the perfect fit. It's an investment in your comfort, and trust me, your joints will thank you. Beyond shoes, let's talk about how to care for your joints if you're already feeling some aches or stiffness. If you're dealing with discomfort in your knees, hips, or ankles, it's worth having a conversation with your doctor. They might suggest physical therapy, which can be a game changer. A physical therapist can teach you targeted exercises to strengthen the muscles around your joints. Think of those muscles as a natural brace that takes pressure off your cartilage. For example, simple moves like leg lifts while sitting can build up your quadriceps, which support your knees. Physical therapy isn't just about fixing pain. It's about giving you tools to move more confidently in your daily life. Some of you might be wondering about supplements for joint health, like glucosamine or chondroitin. I get this question a lot, and here's the straight talk. The research is a bit of a mixed bag. Some studies, like one from the Journal of Rheumatology in 2022, suggest these supplements might help reduce joint pain for certain people, especially those with mild osteoarthritis. But other studies show little to no benefit compared to a placebo. So what's the takeaway? Supplements aren't a magic bullet, and they're not for everyone. Before you try them, check with your doctor to make sure they're safe for you, especially if you're taking other medications. Your doctor can also help you weigh the costs and benefits so you're making an informed choice. Another powerful way to support your joints and muscles is through what you eat. I know healthy eating can sound like a chore, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Focus on foods that naturally reduce inflammation in your body. Think of them as your internal repair crew. Berries like blueberries and strawberries are packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation. Walnuts and almonds are great for a snack, with healthy fats that support joint health. Fatty fish like salmon or mackerel are rich in omega-3s, which studies show can lower inflammation markers in the blood. And don't forget your greens. Spinach, kale, or even broccoli can give your body the vitamins it needs to stay strong. Here's a simple idea. Try adding a handful of berries to your morning oatmeal or swapping one heavy meal a week for a colorful salad with salmon or nuts. These small changes add up, nourishing your joints and muscles from the inside out. Hydration is another key piece of the puzzle. As we age, our sense of thirst can dull, but staying hydrated keeps your joints lubricated and your muscles working smoothly. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water a day, and if plain water feels boring, add a slice of lemon or cucumber for a little zing. Herbal teas or even broth-based soups count too. Keeping your body hydrated is like oiling the gears of a machine. It helps everything move more easily. Finally, let's not overlook the power of warmth and gentle care for sore joints or muscles. If you're feeling stiff after a walk, try a warm bath with Epsom salts. It's relaxing and can ease discomfort. A heating pad on low can also help loosen tight muscles in your lower back or leg. If you're curious about tools like foam rollers, they're great for massaging out tension in your calves or thighs. Just roll gently and stop if it hurts. By moving smarter, choosing balance over excess, you're protecting your ability to live life on your terms. Let's bring this to life with a story from my practice, because I think it'll resonate. I worked with a 72-year-old woman named Clara, who was a dynamo. She walked 3 hours a day, determined to stay fit, but she started feeling worn out. Her hips ached, and she was dreading her walks instead of enjoying them. When we met, I suggested we rethink her approach. We scaled her walks back to 45 minutes, split into 2 sessions, and added a weekly water aerobics class to ease her joints. We also worked on some light strength exercises, like seated leg presses, to support her hips. Clara was skeptical at first. She thought less walking meant less health, but within 2 months, she felt like a new person. Her pain was gone, she had more energy, and she was back to her book club and volunteer work with a smile. Clara's story shows that sometimes doing less of one thing opens the door to so much more. Let's dig a bit deeper into the science behind this, because I know some of you love the details. Research helps us understand why balance is so crucial after 70. A 2024 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity looked at seniors who walked excessively, over 12,000 steps a day, versus those who walked moderately, around 5,000 to 7,000 steps. The moderate walkers not only had less joint pain, but also showed better muscle strength and lower levels of inflammation. Another study from Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that overexertion from too much walking without rest raised markers of oxidative stress in the body. Think of that as rust on your cells, speeding up wear and tear. But those who mixed walking with other activities like yoga or strength training had lower stress markers and better overall health. This science isn't just numbers, it's a guide to what keeps you thriving. Now, I want to address a common concern I hear. Oh, Dr. Thompson, if I cut back on walking, won't I lose my fitness? It's a great question, and the answer is no, as long as you're strategic. Cutting back doesn't mean stopping. It means redirecting your energy to a routine that's kinder to your body. For example, swapping an hour of walking for 30 minutes of walking plus 15 minutes of chair yoga gives you the same activity time but with less strain. Adding strength exercises a couple of times a week actually boosts your fitness by building muscle, which burns more energy than fat and keeps you strong. Rest days don't make you weaker, they let your body rebuild, so you come back more resilient. It's like tending a fire. You don't pile on logs endlessly, you give it space to burn bright. Let's explore one more angle: how movement affects your mind and spirit. Exercise, including walking, releases endorphins, those natural chemicals that lift your mood. But when you overdo it, fatigue and pain can drag you down, making you feel frustrated or even blue. By finding the right balance, you're not just caring for your body, you're nurturing your happiness. I've seen patients light up when they find a routine that feels good. Suddenly, they're not just moving. They're dancing, laughing, and rediscovering hobbies they thought they'd left behind. That's what smarter movement can do. It's not about restriction, it's about freedom. Before we close, I want to give you a detailed action plan to try over the next week because I believe small, intentional steps lead to big changes. Here's your roadmap. Assess your walking for 2 or 3 days. Track your steps using a pedometer, phone app, or even just time your walks. If you're over 10,000 steps daily or walking more than an hour, try easing back to 5,000 to 7,000 steps, which is about 30 to 45 minutes. Split it up if that's easier, say 20 minutes in the morning and 25 in the afternoon. Notice how your body feels. Are your joints quieter? Do you have more energy? That's your clue you're on the right track. Try something new. Pick one new activity to add to your week. If you've never tried chair yoga, find a free video online. Look for ones led by certified instructors, often available through senior-focused websites. If swimming's an option, visit your local pool for a gentle lap or a water aerobics class. Even 10 minutes of stretching before bed counts. It's a start. The goal is to explore what feels good and keeps your body guessing. Schedule a rest day. Choose one day this week to skip your usual walk and focus on recovery. Spend 10 minutes doing gentle stretches. Try reaching your arms up slowly or rolling your shoulders. Treat yourself to something relaxing, like a warm bath, a good book, or a favorite song. Rest isn't a reward you earn, it's a gift you give your body. Check your shoes and diet. Take a peek at your walking shoes. If they're looking flat or worn, start researching replacements. Your feet deserve the best. On the food front, add one anti-inflammatory food to your day. Maybe toss some walnuts into your yogurt or have a side of steamed broccoli with dinner. These little tweaks build a foundation for healthier joints. Reach out for support. If you're curious about physical therapy or a trainer, make one call this week. Ask your doctor for a recommendation or check with your community center for senior exercise programs. Even a single conversation can point you in the right direction. As you try this plan, keep a mental note or jot down how you feel. Maybe you notice you're sleeping better or your knees aren't as creaky. Maybe you're smiling more because you're not so tired. Those are signs you're moving smarter and they're worth celebrating. Let's wrap up with a big picture thought. Aging isn't about slowing down or settling. It's about living fully with strength, confidence, and joy. Every step you take, every choice you make to care for your body is a step toward that vibrant life. You're not just staying active, you're building a future where you can chase your grandkids, tend your garden, or dance at a wedding without hesitation. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me today. You've taken time to learn, to reflect, and to invest in yourself, and that's something to be proud of. If anything we've covered sparks a question, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor or a healthcare provider. They're your partners in this journey. And if you're looking for more ways to stay active, check out your local senior center, library, or community programs. Many offer free classes, walking groups, or resources to keep you moving safely. Here's my final wish for you. May your days be filled with movement that feels good, rest that restores you, and moments that make your heart sing. You have the power to age with grace and strength, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way. Take care, keep listening to your body, and here's to thriving in your golden years. Until next time, stay well and keep moving smarter.